Letting go of control, survival versus co-creation. Letting go of control is something that you hear all the time, but why is it so difficult for the human being to let go of control? Because having control over things, situation, people, it gives you a sense of security and safety and stability, right? So because of that, you are taught throughout your life to have control over your external environment. So the job that you get, the salary, the career path, the family, the marriage, the children, the type of investment, the type of house, the type of location that you need to live in, the type of things that you need to own, all of that. So you are constantly pushed and asked to have control over your external environment so you can feel safe and you can feel secure and you can find stability and therefore feel happy, right? But as life might have taught you, you soon realize that you actually don't have control over anything outside of yourself, because everything that you have outside of yourself or everyone, it can be taken away just like that. So you don't actually control anything. It's just an illusion. They make you believe you do, but you don't, right? So you are focusing on the wrong things basically throughout your whole life until you realize that this is not working. So if you let go of control, what does it look like? If you let go of control, it means that you are surrendering to the unknown, because the control is what you know, is everything that you have built in your life. That's what you know. So we are asking you to let that go, control. And so it means you have to be in the unknown. So this process is really scary, because when you are in the unknown, you don't know where your sense of safety is. You don't know where your sense of security is or stability, right? Because you never learn how to do that without these external things outside of yourself or the external people, right? So you are always so reliant of everything outside of yourself. Now we are asking you to do it without any of that. So it's going to take practice and it's a very challenging journey, but little by little, the more you're going to let go of what you think you know, the more you're going to tune in to the unknown, which then is going to open this sense of your inner connection to source, to the field, to divine, whichever you want to call it, and therefore build from that place your sense of security and stability and safety. So you're going to learn that it's all within you to start with, but you just don't remember. So you're learning how to harvest this energy within yourself by letting go what you think you know from your external environment, right? And so the way it's going to look like when you put it into practice. So I am currently working with a karmic, and because I had worked with similar type of karmic in the past, I thought that I would have to do exactly the same thing, right? And then the karma would be resolved and I will move to another timeline. So I did exactly the same thing, except that the karma is still not fully resolved because they are still in my environment. And I know it takes time and you have to put it into practice and you have to integrate it fully, but it kind of got to me at some point. And when something gets to me, it means I am triggered, right? So, and if I'm triggered, it means that there is something that I am not seeing that they're trying to show me. So I flipped the script and then it hit me, because the way I experience their energy, it feels like they are trying to exercise some kind of control, right, over this situation. And I didn't realize that I was doing the same thing. I really thought I wasn't, but because when you are resolving a karma and when you are integrating in your 3D in your life by integrating it and taking actions, you cannot do that when you are bringing an energy of what you know, right? This is past energy, past experiences. So as long as you do that, then you are also projecting a predictable outcome. And so you are no moving timeline. You are still stuck in between the timelines or in the old timelines. So in order for you to move and to tune in to the new timeline, when you are going through a healing and resolving a karma with someone, you have to make sure that you are coming in with, I don't know, energy. You have to come in the unknown. You have to surrender to the present moment, which is the unknown, because it's in the present. It's only happening now. It never happened before. It's not going to happen in the future. It's only happening now. So it's a little bit tricky because you do need to experience time in a linear way to be able to tap into the information of your other timeline or past lives, whichever way you want to call it, to be able to go through the transmutation of the karma. But when you're putting into practice in your present, you have to let go of what you know, what you think you know, this past energy, so you can only experience the present moment and go with whatever outcome is going to sprout from this surrendered, unknown energy, right? And it's really tricky to see it because the control energy, it's really sneaky, because you never tell yourself, I want to control this. Especially when you've done a lot of healing already, you know, like you have to go with the flow, that you have to be in the present moment and not bring the old energies in. You know all of that, but still you get caught up in it, in wanting to have some kind of control in some ways, even though you don't see it that way. Because the way I was coming in is, okay, I must not repeat the same karma. I have to make sure that I'm not doing the same thing again. And that was a form of control, and I didn't see it, And so a lot of people that I talk to, they say, no, I'm not controlling. My masculine is controlling. My counterpart is controlling, but I am not. You are, because if you are expecting a specific outcome, or you want specific condition or a specific thing to do this way to be able to do this or that or respond to that way, it means that you are also coming with an energy of control, but you are not aware of it, right? So it's very sneaky energy, and it's challenging. I get that, because we've been taught to always have this sense of control so we could feel safe and secure and stable. So it's normal that it takes time to undo all of that. But you have to be able to spot it when you are in that energy, right? And the comics, people that you're working with throughout your journey, they are there to show you that, right? They will always show you something about yourself if you're willing to see it. So all the karmas, all the situations that you are going to be dealing with on your journey, they are there to make you practice to use the present moment, to come in the present moment and to be in the unknown, right? So you can co-create with the field, you can co-create with divine, with source, to be able to tap into the new timeline, right? Because you are coming with not knowing. You don't know what's going to happen, and you are open to what the field has to offer, right? And the more you do that, you're going to develop and build your inner sense of safety and security and stability, which you're only going to have it from your connection to source. So this is how you build your inner sense of safety and your inner sense of security, independently of anything outside of yourself or anyone outside of yourself. And so when your counterpart comes back in your 3D reality to build your conscious relationship, you have to have this sense of security and safety and stability within yourself first. Otherwise, they can't come in with the same energy. They can only match the vibration that you are of. So if you don't have it within you, they're not going to be able to be of that energy. And so if you are waiting for them to show up in that energy so you can feel safe and secure and stable, it's not going to happen, because they can only mirror what you are the vibration of. Okay, so develop and build this inner sense of safety and security and stability within yourself. And so when they come back in, you can build from that foundation, co-create this conscious relationship together.